Good morning all. Welcome to the school races. In today's class, we will see few parameters which are there in physics and let's understand it in an easy fashion. To begin with, let's start with the basics of distance. So, distance is nothing but the space between 2 points. Say for example, this is my point A and this is my point B. The space or the distance between these 2 points is said to be as the distance. So how are we going to measure this distance? So the distance is measured in meters. So the unit of distance is meter. Units can also be said to be as the measuring parameters. So how are we going to measure the parameter? So that is all about the unit. Next comes our displacement. So there is a difference between distance and displacement. So what actually is a displacement? So displacement represents with, by the formula, we can say it is nothing but final position minus the initial position. So what is final position minus initial position? Let's take a point A here and we have a point B here. If I could say a person starts from A and he travels all the way to the B. So what is his displacement? What is the final position? The final position is B. The initial position is A. Say for example, the space between A and B is 5 meters. So the final position B is at 5. Initial position starts with 0. So 5 minus 0, we could say the displacement covered with this person is 5 meters. I take the case number 2. In case number 2, I'm stating a person has traveled all the way from A to B and he has retraced the same path and have come back all the way from B to A. In this case, you might find the distance between the covered point A and B. So the final position is A and the initial position where the man has started is also A. So if we are subtracting both the thing, or we can say the final and the initial positions are to be the same. So we can tell it is 0. So that makes a difference between a distance and a displacement. In a distance, we could be adding the space. Whereas in the displacement, we are more concerned about the position of an object. If there is a space between the position of an object, we could enumerate the number. If there is no space, if the final position and the initial position lies on the same point, then the displacement might be 0. So frequently we could tell the distance may not be 0, whereas a displacement can be 0. I hope you would have understood the difference between distance and displacement. We will meet in the next class to further more about the physics. Thanks for joining the school recess. Subscribe for more videos.